And we're back with North of the Broad. Artrell Horne has joined us. He is with Beaufort County, and he is a litter control supervisor and enforcement officer. We've had him on the show before talking about solid waste and some of those issues, but today we're talking specifically about litter. And right before this interview, I said, Artrell, is litter really a problem in Beaufort County? And you said, unfortunately, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So how serious is it?
I'll say we're definitely in a better place than we were 5 years ago, but we still do see a lot of untarped and unsecured loads that contribute to a lot of the litter we see on our roadways.
So is it, you said untarped, so is it mostly waste from trees and ground waste and that sort of thing, or is it somebody going to fast food and throwing out their papers outside their window of their car?
We see a number of fast food or beer bottles, cans, drinks tossed from vehicles, but it normally seems like isolated places where it's a secondary road where people seem to chuck their stuff when they turn into their own neighborhoods.
Oh, I see. So they just find an empty lot and they just have their truck and they just throw out their...
Well, that would be illegal dumping, but we do have a rise in illegal dumping. It's been at bay for the past 4.5 months now, but it is an ongoing issue.
So what resources are there to aid you in your enforcement?
So for me, we get a lot of aid for tools that we need, such as cameras from an organization called Palmetto Pride. They fund a lot of different tools for us and monies that can be used. A big tool for me are the cameras that we set up on the roadside to capture those illegal dumpers.
And so when you see them on video, then do you issue a ticket? And you find them through their license plate?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And then, so is the ticket, how expensive is it?
So for illegal dumping, that ticket's over $1,000. Yes, ma'am.
What about litter, just litter?
So what you'd call like single hand litter, that ticket, it depends on pounds.
Okay.
But if you're caught just discarding a single item, that ticket starts off somewhere around over $200.
So I'm curious, do you issue a lot of tickets?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Wow, like how many? Like 100 in a month, or?
Oh, no. I wish we were that lucky, but I would say maybe if we speak on quarterly, probably about 30 quarterly.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And so does a ticket, or knowing you're going to get a ticket, is that really incentivize folks to not litter, would you say?
I would say yes. People always say, think, oh, give them a ticket, punish them. And that's not the reason why I issue a ticket. I try to be as compassionate as possible. And it's all on how the individual's behavior is. I would like to say that when I'm dealing with them, I'd like to change their behavior, have them learn from that situation.
So to be able to change someone's behavior, why do people litter?
I've been asked that question for a long time, and I still don't have an answer. I mean, we live in a beautiful community, and you'd think people would take care of it and have pride in it.
So how are we, besides like being on WHHI-TV, North of the Broad, what is the county doing to raise awareness about this issue?
So obviously with the world we live in, social media is a big platform for us. But one of my favorites is the countywide cleanups that we have annually.
Okay.
That draws in a lot of people. We go out into the schools and talk with students as well.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else that you want to share with our viewers about litter? Just, I guess, don't litter.
Don't litter. I can say, every year we have the zero tolerance blitz where we don't give any warnings. I guess you could say I'm more of a softie in a way to where, again, I want to correct the individual's behavior, but illegal dumpings for sure, that's a guaranteed ticket to anybody watching that who may want to dump. I just feel like that's a deliberate act, and there's no way you thought backing your truck down a dirt road was okay to do. So
we want to just remind folks to keep this beautiful, pristine place that we call home.
Yes, ma'am.
Pristine.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Artrell Horne with Beaufort County Litter Control. Thank you so much, and we'll be right back with North of the Broad.